Stop it.
When you tune in to KBLA Talk 1580, we want you to know what you're downloading.
Now, you listen to me, and you listen to me closely.
In a recent African-American media issue survey conducted by the public opinion research and public policy consulting firm Eviteris, KBLA Talk 1580 was found to be the most trusted, credible, and reliable source on the airways for Black Los Angeles and beyond.
Check it out.
We take our role seriously as your trusted messenger. At KBLA Talk 1580, it's about truth, not ratings. And when you hear us say, when we come forward, we mean it. We mean it.
That's the bottom line.
We're not going back. Not to the back of the bus, not to back alleys, not back in the closet, and definitely not back to the good old days.
Might as well forget it. No way.
We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
These passport bros, some odd people, man. Because they all say the same thing about going overseas to find a partner. And you know it's ill intention, because I know you can find a woman somewhere in America that'll let you take care of her and pay for everything and be in the house. But y'all want that certain level of control, that level of control that person can't just pack all their things up and leave easily. Because you can spend money in America, but you might have to spend a little more, and that seems like it's the main issue.
Wow. This is a real phenomena. This is a real... I'm at a loss. This is a real phenomena. Black Womb Flight. That's what we should have named this show. Black Womb Flight. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. I want to hear from everybody tonight. We lost the sister that called in. There was many, get back to your phone line and call back in. I want to hear your perspective. Everybody's perspective is welcome here. Even if we don't agree, your perspective is welcomed. Sean, Oakland, California, get in here. Talk to me.
Hey, brother. So what an incredible subject, like always. I'm not sure what all this passport thing is, getting out there and trying to find someone. Because let me tell you something. I'm married to a Brazilian. I'm married to a woman. I mean, by the way, if you go out there and you think that you're going to get some lady that's going to be any different than someone in L.A. and not going to hold you accountable, as a husband or a significant other, you better recheck yourself. But my thing here is the reason why I'm calling is like, and this is kind of a little bit different, is it okay for a guy to not want to be in a relationship and end up having children and end up being married and end up being in a relationship? I'm in a relationship forever, that's my thing. That's my choice. That's my, thing. But isn't it okay if, some guy or girl, for that matter, wants to just, I'm going to go out there and have a wonderful relationship with the world, but I'm not going to lock myself down. Is that okay? I think it is.
It is okay.
I mean, it's not.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wait, Sean. Was it a rhetorical question, or was you really asking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no. I mean, somewhat. I mean, what I'm saying is a lot of times I think a lot of us. I didn't have this because I didn't think I was ever going to get married, but I met the love of my life, and that can happen. But if you were just going to go out there and just, be a person of the world and hey, we're going to do, safe sex, whatever, all that kind of stuff, and just have fun with each other and live the life, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I agree with you.
Yes,
I agree with you. Yeah, I don't think anything's wrong with that either. If that's what you're into, sure, go do it.
Yeah, so anyone going to like a different country to think you're going to get some, I don't want to say sex slave or whatever you want to, someone that's just going to just be there. And, I would say, hey, you're going to waste a lot of money. Of the same kind of people live here. They'll give you that time and they'll give you that, but it's no different around the world. What you understand, you travel around the world, is we're all in this together. We all want the same things. People are very similar, not different, and treat each other with respect and love. And whatever you want to do with it, do it.
Right.
But, make sure that you find someone that can get through all kinds of crazy stuff if you're going to settle down. Right. Otherwise, hey, live your life out there.
There it is. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Sean. Call in anytime. Man,
thanks, bro.
This is a cold topic, man. This is a really cold. JW from South Central Los Angeles, get in here.
Hey, I was waiting to be heard. Now, first of all, Zoe, you're right on point. You got to go inside with this internal, deal with your spirit, deal with yourself, deal with your own faults, deal with your history. So you got to have an inner perspective and deal with your own, take a diary of yourself and recognize your flaws, and et cetera. I agree with that. But there's also a different perspective. And if it's okay for me to mention a particular YouTube show, this is a young lady by the name of D'Amica Marie, Dope Discussions. Now, she always speaks on how a lot of brothers go overseas. They do it because of the fact that there's so many women here that are the younger generation, the demographics, the new modern woman, as you would say, that is not traditionalist, and they have this new modern perspective. They are more manipulators, and they call themselves the come-up, or gold diggers, or high maintenance, or trophy women. And they're more into taking advantage of a man because of his economic qualities that he has to offer. And they're manipulators compared to the average woman that was pretty much immature, haven't grown up, not emotionally mature, and they're foolish and silly, and they're going with their dreams, acting like they can get a prince or a knight in white shining armor because they believe in the illusion of that Disneyland mentality or the Western society mentality that's been fed to us because of, I would call it what they call it, what's that term they use? What is it? The European beauty status or European beauty perspective or whatever it is, a standard.
Yes,
and
the European beauty standard. There you go.
Right, correct. So a lot of them are brainwashed by society or the system or the powers that be because of the power structure and the hidden hand behind the scene that we don't recognize. And a lot of things are done intentionally just to keep us in that illusion, like the other sister said. We've been fed a lot of garbage and things been repackaged, and we don't even recognize ourselves, and so we fall for anything else or everything else. But the main point is the brothers, they go over there because they're tired of dealing with women that won't give them the respect. Because what Danica always alludes or speaks to is men that are high caliber.
Let me stop you for a second. I have to say this. Women don't give men respect. Men project self-respect, and women reflect it back.
And I agree with you 100%.
We got too many men out there that are trying to get respect from women instead of cultivating it from within.
And I agree with you 100% because that's what she really speaks on. I didn't get a chance to frame it in that manner, but yeah, she says that. But the only point I'm making is that the men that do earn the right to have the respect or admiration from a woman that's a quality woman that should be able to recognize that man that is a high caliber person or have morals and ethics and principles and standards and etc. These scandalous women or low nature women, and I'm referring it in terms of an animalistic perspective, in terms of a primitive nature instead of a higher nature, which I would say is a godly nature, which stems from the spirit or the brain.
But J-Dub, I'm gonna give you another 60 seconds, brother, but you're gonna have to wrap it up. You can't just ramble.
I'll wrap it up with this. My only point is this. The other perspective is why men go overseas is because there's too many women that are not right, and so they get tired of dealing with the ones that they can't find the decent ones, so they go overseas for that reason, because the culture is different, the religion is different, and the mentality is different. But you are correct. You do have to deal with your own self, and I agree. We need to build up our own black women in our own American system or mentality or structure or society, so we can continue the black race and cultivate the future of the black family in general, for the nuclear family. So that's my point, and I'm going to end with this. The black woman is the best thing that God ever made on earth, and I'm referring to the African-American black woman in America, period. End of story.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate the whole filibuster. It was cool. Listen, brothers, this is a message from your brother to you. If you are self-realized, you're going to win with women on any continent on planet Earth. If you are right internally, where's your spidey senses? Isn't something going off in your head that says, well, I'm not winning over here with these women, so I'm going to get a passport and go to a more favorable type of woman? That sounds like losing. And do you think that the negative stereotype that has been framed around black men does not follow you to other countries? You think racism doesn't exist? Listen, I love the Afro-Latina. I love the Brazilians. Oh, they're beautiful. Yes, they're beautiful. I love the Dominicans. They're beautiful. But Dominicans are pro-Dominicans. They're not pro-African-American. How about that? Listen, man, if you win in your spirit, you win on any continent. It's a lot of cornballs out there that need a passport to get a date. When I come forward, the voice of reason shall continue this fire.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
When you're young, life is full of choices. Don't let opioids like highly addictive and deadly fentanyl take away your life with just one wrong pill. Addiction is a disease that can affect anyone at any age. But there is a choice to get help for this disease. Find medically proven treatment options, including virtual, at choosemat.org.
At Cedars-Sinai, we're honored to be named the #1 hospital in California and the #2 hospital in the nation in U.S. News & World Report's Best Hospitals Honor Roll. We're also proud to be named #1 in 6 specialties in Los Angeles. Thank you to our physicians, nurses, academic leaders, and thousands of other team members who bring their best to Cedars-Sinai every day. Learn more about our top-ranked care at cedars-sinai.org.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
KBLA Talk 1580 is pleased to announce a can't-miss community event.
It's a celebration.
Welcome home, Mayor-elect Karen Bass.
You gotta be kidding me.
On Saturday, December 10th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., join KBLA Talk 1580 in Leimert Park at the intersection of Leimert and Vernon for this free public event as we celebrate Mayor-elect Bass's historic victory. There'll be live performances from Brian McKnight, Wapale, Club Nouveau, and more. There'll be food trucks and a diverse array of vendors, along with the attendance and participation from community leaders, elected officials, celebrities, business owners, and other notables. KBLA Talk 1580 will host Mayor-elect Bass on the main stage at 11 a.m. as we reflect on the importance of this moment and what it means for the Black community, women, and all Angelinos who believe in the limitless potential of our amazing city. We look forward to celebrating with Mayor-elect Karen Bass and you, Saturday, December 10th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the intersection of Leimert and Vernon.
It's a celebration.
This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on, come on now.
We've got a lot to talk about. You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I like playing records that y'all didn't consider like a major hit. This was an underground hip-hop hit right here. Wrath of My Madness, Queen Latifah. To me, this is when Queen Latifah was right on MC Light's heels. Like, now what? Boy, this was a great time in hip-hop. My playlist is my co-host. We're playing great hip-hop records tonight. Because this is what it is. This is the wrath of our madness. We create all of these new concepts. Passport bros. Passport bros. I'm going somewhere else where, women will respect me. Listen, why not go inside? And I don't mean inside your house. Why you got to get on a plane to get some respect when you can go inside and develop it and cultivate it, brother? You develop it from within. You go anywhere in the world and see it reflected back to you. Okay, cool. I guess. DeMarco has been to 40 countries. DeMarco from Las Vegas. Talk to me, DeMarco. Tell me
what's going on, man.
Man, it was good to see you at the Cigar Lounge, brother. Tell me about your experience, brother, all over the world. Did women were they attracted to you? Did they flock to you like a moth to a flame? Talk to us.
I mean, a lot of times, you get people that's they may be interested out of curiosity or curiosity or whatever. But at the end of the day, once you get into, you can't escape yourself. And then as you start talking to people, you get into conversations. If you know yourself, then you understand that you might just be in a better position to execute a transactional relationship from a position of power. But you're still not escaping yourself.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And a lot. Yeah. A lot.
Go ahead, brother.
Oh, go ahead. No, I was gonna say a lot of times, as you, the more you know about yourself, the more you realize that they don't really respect you. They don't really understand you at all.
You might be coming over
Unless
there
it's organic.
as a veiled Captain Save 'em.
Yep.
Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, you go over. Yeah. For instance, I can tell you go over there and then start talking about reparations. See how that. See once you start talking about stuff like that, then you see where they don't necessarily agree. They don't support you, and then that's your legacy you're talking about.
Right.
So
that's heavy stuff, DeMarco, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for getting in here. You brought Las Vegas into the building. We're all over the country tonight. Tonight's conversation is on fire. People want to talk about it. Minnie from Los Angeles. Let's get to Minnie. Minnie, talk to me, sister.
Hi, Zoe.
Hello.
So I originally called because when the lady was on earlier, dogging the topic of the show and suggesting another topic, I felt she didn't understand the necessity of this conversation.
Right.
Now, I am not opposed to Ebony Love and having another topic about, the benefits of black women and black men. But this topic is very necessary. And when you talk about this topic, a lot of people run and hide because if it's hitting home, a lot of times people don't want to hear themselves coming from someone else. And, there's a lot of things that as black people, we have to correct within ourselves. Men have always been wanderers. Or you go and you seek out some future benefit for your family, or you go wander looking for yourself.
Right.
Women have always been fighters. It's getting better in our generation today, but for generations on end, that's been passed down, fighting for something, even if it's just for our own. I think that, black men could begin to learn to talk to black women and just tell them what they see, what they don't like. And just have conversations like that. Women can be very receptive to hearing from a man, because sometimes they may not realize what they're doing.
And Minnie, really quickly, Minnie, a man of a lesser constitution takes what the sister said earlier and takes it to heart, internalizes it, and takes offense to it. Right?
Exactly.
He goes, see, that's why I'm going to get a passport, because you don't respect. Like at the end of the day, nobody's calling into Howard Stern and saying, change your topic.
Oh my goodness, exactly.
The mindset is, I can do this because black men are invisible and don't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
This is why a lot of black men are doing what they're doing. And what I'm trying to do with this topic is get brothers to focus on the open wound in the spirit and say, heal that, bro. Then wherever you go in the world, you are embraced and received as a king. As opposed to, it's okay for me to call a man at his job, he's one of the best in the world at it, and say, you know what, you need to fix your topic. That sister don't see that as disrespect, but many men of a lesser constitution would be like, okay, that's the moment I turn on y'all. Go ahead, Minnie, finish.
And you don't support me. It shows a lack of support as well.
Exactly.
I don't say at all, well, in my household I do, but I don't say at all that, they're not interracial relationships that when they found each other, it wasn't meant to be. That's them. But the thing about it is it seems to become such a phenomenon now. Like, I look at a lot of athletes, celebrities, different things where, a lot of Black queens could have enjoyed that wealth or that lifestyle, that livelihood, where they just went that route just because, And it's unfortunate, but I think that when Black men and Black women begin to talk to each other more and in better situations, or when I say atmosphere, I should say, then maybe they'll understand each other better. I don't like seeing it because it's happening too much now. And if you notice, we're the only culture that really, we dog ourselves. Other cultures, they really stick together. They may have some interracial relationships, but they really stick together when it comes to as a culture, And so we just got to start supporting each other more. But I just wanted to give you props for the topic. That was what ignited my call. And then you had a couple of guys on there that said some things that were really on point. And I do believe, Black men do act as cowards sometimes when they just leave situations. But I also believe that they should be safe. Some women do put them in bad positions where they are not going to be safe. But I just think it comes as a learning tool and something that our Black community needs to grow in. And I think right now we're doing a whole lot better than we used to.
Right.
But we could still do more.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if the rest of the world see themselves as an us, how come we don't see ourselves as an us?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you,
Yes.
Minnie. We appreciate you. You brought Los Angeles in the building. Listen, I got time. Let me get Rogish in here. Rogish, Dallas, Texas. You got a little bit of time. Let's go.
All right, let's rock with it. First and foremost, this is a Black manosphere perspective that society has grasped onto, much like the whole Kevin Samuel thing. These cats operate based off of them, like you said, them not being adequate enough for the women of this society, but you should focus on what it is that they want out of those women. They want what they believe that their non-Black counterparts are receiving within society because they are of the success narrative that all them other cats is, right? So they want to, flex a little bit of I guess, that Americanism.
Wait, Rogish, you cooking, and I need you to cook some more. But I got to go forward. When I come forward, I'm going back to Dallas, Texas to finish my discussion with Rogish from Dallas, Texas. Here we go.
It's not a fault your thoughts are shrinking, while mine are growing. Yes, like all the woman inside of me, despite what you do or say, and even in spite of me, brothers. Catch my eye with little hijinks like Iris, dying to have a lover of my likeness. So release all your shyness, just call me your highness.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. The FBI is helping to investigate a massive power outage in North Carolina, believed to have been caused by a targeted attack. The COVID-19 vaccine mandate for military service members will remain. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said President Biden is in agreement with the Defense Secretary that the mandate should stay in place. Republican lawmakers have threatened to delay passage of the annual defense authorization bill if the mandate, which was put in place last year, is not rescinded. Emmy Award-winning actress Kirstie Alley is dead after a short battle with cancer. Her family made the announcement on Monday, saying she was surrounded by her closest family and fought with great strength. Alley is best known for her role in the popular 80s and 90s sitcom Cheers. She was 71 years old. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Island from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
NetSpend All Access account. Get the account designed for your everyday mobile banking needs. Banking services provided by and account established by Pathward NA. Member FDIC. Deposit account opening is subject to registration and ID verification. Terms and costs apply.
Drop it! When you tune in to KBLA Talk 1580, we want you to know what you're downloading.
Now you listen to me, and you listen to me closely.
In a recent African American media issue survey conducted by the public opinion research and public policy consulting firm Eviderus, KBLA Talk 1580 was found to be the most trusted, credible, and reliable source on the airways for Black Los Angeles and beyond.
Check it out.
We take our role seriously as your trusted messenger. At KBLA Talk 1580, it's about truth, not ratings. And when you hear us say, when we come forward, we mean it. We mean it.
That's the bottom line.
We're not going back. Not to the back of the bus, not to back alleys, not back in the closet, and definitely not back to the good old days.
Might as well forget it. No way.
We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
When you're the victim of a car accident, who goes to bat for you is crucial. We're MVP Accident Attorneys, the personal injury pros. Hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. When it comes to getting the maximum compensation you deserve, our team hits it out of the park. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for a free case review. Call 833-MVP-WINS.
Call on me, your MVP.
Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare for being KBLA Talk 1580's Office of the Week. Enter your business today in the KBLA app or KBLA1580.com for the Office of the Week. Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare.
California has millions of homes that could be damaged in a strong earthquake, and earthquakes are inevitable in the Golden State. An older home is especially vulnerable to earthquake damage, so you may need to take steps to strengthen it and help reduce the chance of damage. Visit strengthenmyhouse.com to learn about better protecting your home from earthquake damage. The work may cost less than you think and can often be completed in a few days. You've worked hard to get a home. Now's the time to protect it. Get prepared today so you can worry less tomorrow. Visit strengthenmyhouse.com.
Ho, ho, ho. KBLA Talk 1580 wishes you a happy holiday and wants to bless you with one night only. A Wonder Winter's Night presented by Stevie Wonder's House Full of Toys benefit concert. Saturday, December 17th at Microsoft Theater. Download the KBLA Talk 1580.com mobile app to enter to win a pair of tickets. This has been a community call to action brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
KBLA Talk 1580.
The thrill of victory. The thrill of victory. Thrill of victory. Yeah, man.
KBLA Talk 1580 wishes to congratulate Mayor-elect Karen Bass on her historic win as the first woman and only second African-American to serve as chief executive of the city of Los Angeles.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Bass, and welcome back to Unapologetically Progressive KBLA Talk 1580.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and this is my very first interview, and I am proud that it's here.
We are proud to have you here. What do you want to say to the listeners of KBLA Talk 1580?
I want to say thank you from just, I'm just full of the love that I felt every place I went in the community, and I just want the listeners to know that I promise you I won't disappoint you. I will be accessible. I will never forget where I'm from, and understand that is my primary motivation.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Karen Bass, holding all leaders accountable to you.
No matter who you voted for, no matter who you are or where you live, I will be a mayor for you.
We're KBLA Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580. And we don't black down. We've got a lot to talk about. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Now here's what I want you all to do for me. Bang!
Caught you looking for the same thing. It's a new thing. Check out this I bring. The roll below the level, cause I'm living low next to the bay.
Come on!
Turn up the radio. They're claiming I'm a criminal. But now I wonder how. Some people never know. The enemy could be the Frank Guardian. I'm not a hooligan. I rock the party and clear all the madness. I'm not a racist. Preach to teach the all.
Cause some they never had this.
Number one, never wanna run about the gun. I wasn't licensed to have one. The minute they see me, fear me. I'm the epitome, a public enemy. Used, abused without clues. I refuse to blow a fuse. They even had it on the news.
Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype.
Ladies and brothers, the voice of reason back in the building.
Yes.
Tonight's topic,
Was the start of my last jam, so here it is again.
passport bros. Very heavy topic, man. Is the passport bros movement focused on searching for impoverished women abroad that can be exploited and manipulated concerning Western culture in exchange for resources and basic necessities? Whew. Are black men joining the passport bros movement that appeared to express dislike for black American women now starting to dislike other races of women living in the United States and or certain parts of the Western Hemisphere? Do some pro-black men dislike some black women? Tonight's topic, the passport bros. Are black men opting out of our collective trauma by seeking a wife from other countries? 1-800-920-1580. Get to it. Roguish, Dallas, Texas. Wrap up your thought. Brother Roguish, you there?
Yeah, my bad. I'm here. It
All
comes down to this. If the brothers don't feel that they're valued and they want a particular value from the system, and it's not just from the women. They want a particular value from the system that they're not getting. I've always pondered this question within the black manosphere because they accuse black women of trying to achieve a black womanhood. But are they secretly attempting to achieve their own perspective of white manhood while attempting to claim more of a black aspect to it that is more, you know what I'm saying, objective of a brand, not necessarily attached to the community, because a lot of these cats don't really attach themselves to the community like that. And I don't really think we're a monolith like that anyway. We're supposed to be, and easily we're supposed to be, but unfortunately we ain't. And I'll mash up on that.
No, wait, Roguish.
Yeah.
Alan Richardson in my chat room says, nope. Passport bros are just looking for peace, Zoe. And what are your thoughts on that? What he said right there. Passport bros are just looking for peace. That says a lot.
Well, it's called Passport Bros now, but remember back in '95, it wasn't called nothing. People weren't calling it Passport Bros.
It wasn't called
then.
nothing. I remember it in '95. I remember it clearly. Everybody was running to Brazil. Go ahead, brother.
There you go. So it's like, all right, now that it gets a new branding, because it first it was a man thing. Now it's a black man thing. I think what got a crawl on everybody's jaw is the fact that these brothers are standing on this particular agency. And the fact that they are who they say to themselves, you know, the creme de la creme of the community, a lot of them are professionals. Like that one sister was saying, it'd be nice for a sister to be able to partake of their lifestyle. So I think it's a little bit of gold diggerish, but the whole thing is that's the issue. They figure, all right, if I'm going to have to pay for it, then I'm going to get exactly what I'm paying for. Because, you know, these women here, they primarily kind of, you know, act a little bit on the 304-ish side of the game a little bit, you know what I mean? So it's like, all right, why not go for that where you can be treated like a king? Now, I ain't saying that's what they're doing, but if that's what they're doing, how's that against anything for them to flex up agency? It's only like 7% of them.
No, that's good stuff, man. I appreciate the insight, Roguish. Thank you for bringing Dallas, Texas in the building.
Respect, brother.
Yes, sir. Again, you want to be treated like a king, but you haven't cultivated the king within. The king from within is what causes the woman to say, no, there's... Have you ever heard... I've heard it. Brothers, be honest. Have you ever had a woman say, there's a sense of regality about you? I've heard it. You got to cultivate that sense of regality, the sense of self-respect, the sense of being an internal conqueror of internal demons. I'm telling you, that is the thing that makes women go, something different about him. Do you understand? And a lot of men, I want to be treated like a king. But you haven't done the internal work to raise to the to the status of king from the inside. Somebody said, "Oh, brothers want peace." Peace is an inside job. Gosh, it's like asking for something that you didn't work for. It's like demanding it of women. Please bring me peace. Well, do you know how to quiet your own chaos, brother? Let's get Chris from North Carolina in here. Let's go.
What's up, brother? You can hear me?
What up, Chris? You on the line, man. Talk to us.
Yeah, man. What's up? What's up? All right. So, yeah, this is Chris from the chat. You see me as Chris Asu. I go by Chris Strongheart on my channel. And my thing is just like, bro, I don't understand your gripes and issues that you have with brothers who want to travel. Like, I'm not understanding what's the issue. You know what I mean? Like, what I'm hearing is like...
Wait, hold on, Chris. Let me answer that first question, and then I'll go to your next question. I don't have gripes with brothers who want to travel. I said that in the first hour. I said I don't have a gripe with brothers who want to travel and experience and see the world. As a matter of fact, Sean called in from Oakland and said the same thing, and I said I agree with him then. So that by definition, that's a gripe. When there's two instances of somebody saying the opposite of what you think they said, by continuing to think they said it, that means you're holding the gripe. So I'll answer your next question.
So my thing is, man, what I'm hearing... And
you're not going to address that, though?
You know, these brothers... Well, I hear you saying that, all right? I hear you saying that, we don't have any gripes. But I hear you. I hear you saying that. But you're saying that, we don't have any gripes and this and that. But it's like you casting these aspersions like, these brothers haven't done the internal work. They all hate black women.
Hold on. Let me address that. I never use all. I didn't say all brothers.
We don't either.
As a matter of fact, I made a distinction. I did make a distinction. I said, brothers, it's fine if you organically want to go out. I bet damn near verbatim. It's fine if you want to organically go out and meet somebody and it happens natural and it's all good and you're traveling and it's great. And if you meet somebody, in Brazil or in Panama, I don't care where you meet them. If you meet them and it's organic, great. I'm an advocate of that. I said, however, if your search is prompted by your unhealed wounds, if, not all, if. So again, I'm illustrating your gripe because you're really not listening to what I'm saying. You're defending what you believe. Continue.
Exactly. And I'm definitely defending what I believe because there are brothers who are going out here to exercise their options. And they don't need the answer for anything. They haven't done any crimes. And these are not like the lowest rungs of the community and stuff like this. These are upstanding, outwardly mobile, brothers who are doing their thing. They're usually, traveling is not cheap. These are not some rusty, dusty, what we say on this side, Pookie Ray Ray types. These are not some dudes like that. These are higher echelon dudes who are making these type of moves and decisions. And we don't need to be catching flack from other brothers who are just going to be like, y'all are doing this and doing this. And it's just like, that's not the case.
Hold on, Chris. We doing good right here. You, as in we, the brothers who go and do these things are not rusty dusty. That wasn't implied either. Again, when you identify with something, you tend to defend it. You have to pick your battles wisely because this conversation wasn't what it's not how you framed it, brother. Because on every point that you brought up, I acknowledged that at some point in the show, I acknowledged that there's a certain group of brothers that are doing their thing. Do you understand? So again, when you identify with something, you tend to blindly defend it, even when it doesn't need defense. You heard that old saying, hit dogs holler? We wasn't talking to you, but you made it like we were talking to you. So we didn't address. Do you understand what I'm saying? But do you comprehend what I'm saying? Because clearly I got to walk you back through the conversation I had earlier, where the points you made that you accused me of saying, I have debunked those. So how do you move forward?
So you're saying it's predicated on, so those who are moving based off of if the passport movement and things of this nature, because we hear guys talking about, these are black manosphere guys, these guys are this, these guys are that, red pill guys. Yes, we are. And the thing is that there are underlying gripes that some brothers are just like, because you have more the pro-black side of the house will say, you brothers need to stay and fight. And you got a certain set of brothers,
wait,
of course,
hold on, Chris. Let me understand. Did you just say that you do have gripes? Because before you said you had gripes, you said you guys are upwardly mobile brothers who do it because you want to. Now, if you're doing it because you're prompted by a gripe, do you not prove my point? One of the points I was making. Did you not just prove my point?
My thing is that I'm agreeing with you, but I'm saying it's because these brothers have the options to do so. What I'm trying to illustrate is this. Some brothers will say, hey, man, you need to stay and fix your community. Fine. If some brothers want to sit on that hill and do that thing, that's okay. But what you're speaking to, passport bros, are brothers who have decided, no, we're not doing that. We're going to exercise our options and go different locations for whatever it is that we want, based off of whatever.
And listen, Chris,
so
let me just say this too, Chris. I love the fact that you guys have options, and I love the fact that you can execute that. However, back to the point I made that you somehow didn't bring up or glossed over, it doesn't matter if you have options. If you haven't conquered the inner work, the gripe, the slight, whatever dysfunction you may have come from. A lot of people don't think they've come from any dysfunction. But if you haven't, listen what I'm saying, brother. If you don't conquer the inner work, it doesn't matter where you go, you're actually going to call that in from whatever group of people or race of people or culture you visit. You're going to call in that relationship that will expose that. That's the point I was making. Chris, you have the floor.
But brother, my thing is this. You're speaking about the inner work. Fam, the inner work is not the issue with the black community as it stands right now. Black men's inner work is not the issue that is plaguing the black community right now. That's not what's the problem, brother. You're speaking on a problem like a straw man that doesn't exist.
Wait,
black
hold tight, Chris. Chris, hold tight. I got to carry you forward. Stay with me. Don't leave. Boy, you crazy than a bag of angel dust, but we gonna keep it cooking. Chris, stay with us. North Carolina in the building.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Huffington Post reports a mental health crisis among black students. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News. Rates of depression and anxiety among black students have been increasing at a staggering rate. A study from the National Institute of Health found that approximately 34% of black students reported feeling so depressed in the last year that it was difficult to function. Black students attending HBCUs have also been dealing with additional stress of bomb threats at their universities and suddenly not having access to abortion services in the wake of Roe versus Wade. According to the CDC, black women in the U.S. are 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related complications, and abortion restrictions could increase the maternal mortality rate for black women. Huffington Post also reports that the quest to raising awareness for mental illness among black Americans is a priority. Tell us what you think about this story and more on all socials at KBLA 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. It's normal. With CalHope's free and secure mental health resources, it's easy to get the help you and your loved ones need when you need it the most. Call our warm line at 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us in celebrating the season of giving by being part of the solution. As we enjoy great food, family, warmth, and well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours, now through December 20th. All of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net, and together we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Everything's upbeat, parties, ball in the park, nothing but girls at
ladies
the dark,
and gentlemen,
chill. Nobody gets ill in the place.
The voice of reason back in the building. That's my big brother, Cool Mo D. Wild Wild West. My playlist is my co-host, Classic Hip Hop Tonight. I was in a very, very good conversation with the young brother, Chris, from North Carolina. I want to bring him back in here. Chris.
Nope.
Yes. So really quickly, brother, to reiterate, I know that there are different class of men who go all over the world, who travel, who experience all types of women. Fine. That wasn't my argument. My point was, if there is a faction of brothers who are going because they've given up on the type of women black women are. Now, again, black men and women in America, African Americans, were cultivated by the same toxicity. This is how I started the show. We manifest our toxicity in different ways than our women do. But I think we hold our women for their hold our women accountable for their toxicity, but I don't know if we hold ourselves accountable for our own. Now, brother, I hear you. I hear you. Yes, you're not dusty and you guys have the resources and all of that. But if you've listened to this show is about spiritual evolution. You said the black community shouldn't worry about trauma and toxicity and all of that stuff. Could you go deeper into that?
My point about the trauma and the toxicity is that the way this is being shaped, because you brought up the point and you said that black men, y'all need to focus on your trauma, your toxicity. Of course, man. I mean, those are the type of things
but that's not what you said when we went to break. You double backing. Now you pedaling backwards.
No.
Come on.
No. Let me phrase it properly. All right.
All right.
You said that these are the reasons. You said that those are the reasons behind a lot of the dysfunction. Is that black men need to work on their internal person.
Yes.
And that
For a certain group.
Will just
Yes.
be great.
Yes. For a certain group of men.
Now it's a certain group.
Remember that. We said that though. We said we literally said a certain group of brothers. We didn't say all brothers. That's not what we say on this show.
But the anchor of what we're referring to though is Passport Bros now. So now that's the thing. So what I'm speaking to in terms of Passport Bros, what we're speaking to in terms of Passport Brothers and Brothers Who Travel, these are a certain set of guys who have decided that their best option is going to be to travel to look for better whatever. It could be women, it could be resources, and it could be just wanting to get out of the country. And yes, there are a section of brothers who say, hey, I'm done with community, I'm tired of the issues, I'm tired of the nonsense. And they don't feel it is their place to stay here and fix what they feel they did not break. That's the anchor. That's
I got
the
you.
point.
No,
And
I hear that, but
but
I hear that, Chris. But here's the flaw in your argument. You assume that all of the Passport Bros are a monolith ideologically, meaning you guys all think the same. And you can't show me a group of people anywhere on the planet Earth that all think exactly the same. Black people aren't a monolith. So I'm sure a small group like the Passport Bros are not monolithic either. So do you see that?
I'm not saying
I'm sure some of y'all think differently. And you admitted yourself that many of you guys go with a grudge. You have a grudge, a legitimate grudge to you.
Some do, some don't.
All right then. That kills the monolith of the point you just made.
But we are referring to what you're saying though. That's what I'm sticking to. So what you're saying is that for those that do, and I'm speaking to the ones that do, because I'm staying there, and I'm letting you know for those brothers that do, because now we're getting smaller and smaller and smaller in our numbers of who we're talking about. Those brothers, they don't, the mass majority of black community, or even black women for that matter, they don't care about those brothers. They don't care about those brothers anyway. So my thing is, what is the point of trying to, we need to hold a candle to these brothers and tell them they need to do the internal work, they need to do this. For what outcome? For what reward? Because you're making it sound like, if these brothers were just this, they would have better outcomes in the black community at home.
He
and
doesn't.
It's like, no, I'm saying that's not the case.
Again,
that's not the case.
So, Chris, again, you clearly don't listen to the show, and you clearly don't understand the voice of the show. And it's fine, brother. You are entitled to your perspective. But I would ask you to do this. Instead of defending your ideology, tune into the show from time to time and just listen to the content so you can get a better understanding of what exactly we do here on this show. Hey, man, I'm proud that you are a Passport Bro and you go all over the world and enjoy yourself. And I want you to continue to be able to do that. Thank you for calling in to the Voice of Reason. We appreciate you, brother. You brought North Carolina in the building. You're welcome to call back anytime.
Appreciate you.
Boy, that was a masterclass on not listening. But it's okay. The Voice of Reason will allow it. Listen, I got to move forward. I can't get to all of the callers that are on here. Listen, Danny Morrison and Robin Ayers are on their way in. It's about to be fire. They're going to keep the fire lit. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
That no one would ever come in our block and terrorize us. The gangs that used to do it, now they idolize us. Guns, we don't like to use them unless our enemies choose them. We prefer to fight you all like a man and beat you down with our hands and body slam you at the Wild Wild West.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network.